NFL record for the worst completion percentage.
This is a game you need to win.
This is a divisional matchup against a team you should beat. This is how you stack up wins.
Hello and welcome back to episode 77 of i75Live. The episode after the Super Bowl.
This is kind of bittersweet for actually a few reasons. I mean, we might as well just get this out of the way first. I mean, this is officially... Dawson has some news for the i75Live crew.
This will be the last episode of this set. We are moving sets, moving offices.
We're going to Cancun with the Patriots.
The season's over. We're going to
Was this timed out right or what?
It was.
Yeah, so this will be the last.
We're moving to a new studio
in this room. We are moving to a new place, so that's part of it. The second part, like we kind of mentioned, after Super Bowl, team lost,
and the NFL season's over.
We'll touch in. I'll go into my and the NFL season is over. So long off season. I know we've got baseball, but baseball can only be so exciting.
Even baseball doesn't. April. We're still 2 months away from that. Yeah. Pitchers and catchers just reported this week, so we really are. I mean, I dread this part of the year every year because I know what's coming: regular season NBA basketball and nothing else.
At least we kind of have the Olympics for like another week.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, but after the Olympics are over, it's basically just basketball and
Yep.
So perfect time to take a sabbatical.
Yeah, so we will be taking a break while we move in all of our stuff and build the new studio. It should be probably 2 weeks.
Probably 2 weeks off, and then we'll be right back.
Yeah, and we'll be right
back.
Better than ever. Absolutely. But make sure you guys leave a like on the video, drop some comments, follow our social media pages, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of the support. And on top of that, this episode is sponsored by CutBet. CutBet is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that allows its users to wager directly with other users on any publicly verifiable result in sports, entertainment, politics, and more. Unfortunately, no more cut bets of the week that is tied to the NFL, but I'm sure we'll have some coming in for MLB. March Madness is going to be coming up. We forgot about that.
Yeah, March Madness. Yeah.
That'll be fun. That's always fun.
I know the group. Yeah, I mean, that's fun for everyone, especially our guys of, some of the guys that we have. Yeah. I know Vanny loves college basketball. I mean, Vanny chose to watch college basketball over some of the NFL playoff games.
The Bears game.
So, but to kind of, just jump right into it, because I'm sure it will be a long conversation, the Super Bowl.
Yep.
To say the least, it was disappointing.
Yeah.
I think
it'd be disappointing for everybody.
I don't want to admit it though, and I don't want to be like, I knew it the whole time.
This is a safe space.
There was though a little bit of like, do we, especially through the playoffs, do we have enough guys on offense to really compete?
Just watching how Seattle played on defense throughout the playoffs too, and just kind of watching the collision course that you guys had towards each other.
That too. And lots of things can be true. I mean, us playing, 4 top 5 defenses in a row. Or was it 5? No, it was
4. You only played 4 games.
So we went 3-1 against top 5 teams. Say what you want about the score, about the quarterbacks, about the end. It doesn't matter. You won. You went 3-1 in that span. So I think that's great. Mm-hmm. Did Drake May look the best? I don't think so. I do think he looked good against the Texans, though. I understand he had short field, but he had like 200.
Take the fumbles away, and that game is probably... the Texans were in that game for so long because of his turnovers. And I feel like... You may not like to hear this, but that Josh Allen comparison that you had when y'all drafted him is like spot on right now. With his trajectory, but he's got to figure out the turnovers next year. That's the biggest part.
And but like I said, I think he played really good against the Texans. He had the really good ball to Booty. He had the really good ball to Stephon Diggs.
That was on Stingley too.
And he had the 4th. It was like 4th and 4. To Pop Douglas. So he had 3 really good touchdowns that game. So I think he has also come out and said that I don't think he was fully healthy.
Hell no.
And I know that's not an excuse, and I know everyone's playing through everything, but you don't get an injection shot, a painkiller shot in your shoulder if something is not wrong for the biggest game of the season. It's just the reality of it. And again, I'm not giving that an excuse. I'm just saying it's like a pitcher. When something's wrong with a pitcher's arm, you're not going to be able to place the fastball where you want it to or the slider where you want it to.
Well, even your touch throws are off, too.
Yeah, and you saw that. You saw that, the last couple games.
I said it after the game. I was like, it was an embarrassing performance, but Drake, he missed throws that I saw him make all year long. There were quite a few, and I just think if he played that game how he did normally, not that we may be having a different conversation, but at least about who won the game, but I feel like there would be a lot less negative things to say about Drake May as talking about after the game.
And let's also not joke ourselves. Look, we were down by 12 points in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes to go.
I do think that, y'all's defense deserves that. Just, they played out of their minds all playoffs long. And that, Christian Gonzalez probably had the best game that he's had in his entire career, in his life.
He earned a massive paycheck during that game.
He absolutely did.
But my what I go is our defense is playing so good. Our offense, we finally got that touchdown to Mac Hollins.
Just needed some life.
Down by 12, we stopped the Seahawks to get the ball back, and we had a couple good plays, and then we had the interception where that was really. But the people saying that, and what I'm going on that is we were down by 12 with 8 minutes left to go in that game. Even if we go down and score a field goal right there, that puts us,
this is how the Bears won a lot of their games this year.
That's what I mean.
You're never out of it.
So the people saying that this was the worst Super Bowl ever, and it was, let's not forget,
Denver,
the Kansas City Chiefs were losing by, it was like 34-0 last year.
That one, Denver and Seattle, I think you can go back to a few other games. I think even the Denver-Carolina Super Bowl was, I'd say, on par with what this was. It was a 14-point game that didn't really feel like a 14-point game at the end because of how slow one of the teams was. Just the Patriots, through their first 8 drives, they had, I think it was like 0 points, but 8 punts. Yeah. And it was like 2 first downs, just not good. And I think some of that definitely credit to Seattle's defense. That is one of the, we're going to have to start talking about, is that one of the better defenses we've seen in the 21st century? Yeah. I think that, they had no holes. Everything they had an answer for. Yeah. And some of that was, Drake May did not look comfortable. And I think obviously some of that probably is injury and not trusting his arm to make all of the throws that he normally could make.
Yeah.
But you can't ignore the fact that it's like him and Darnold had the exact same amount of time in the pocket, average. And so for him to have 6 sacks compared to Darnold's 1 sack on top of 1 fumble and 2 interceptions, that was the difference.
Well, and we said this going into it, and I also think Darnold did a really good job of avoiding sacks.
He played the best game that he has outside of maybe the week before or 2 weeks before when they played the Rams.
Yeah, he did a very good job of avoiding sacks to where he could have easily been sacked, I think, 4 or 5 times.
Oh, yeah.
But he did a great job, escaping the pocket, avoiding those. And he also did a great job of not being the reason why his team would lose that game.
Well, there were a lot of instances on top of the missed throws. There were a lot of opportunities. I watched it through Caleb, not this year, but last year, not throwing the ball away and just trying to make the play that's really not there. Or I saw there were Kurt Benkert and Kurt Warner both broke down the game on Twitter. I saw, a lot of different plays where he just wasn't trusting his first read. The ball wasn't getting out like it was throughout the entire season, where Stephon Diggs is open for a second. And most of the time, he threw that ball this year. That's why he was in the MVP conversation. So I'm confused.
I think it was, you can't discount nerves. There were some nerves.
Oh, yeah.
I told Dawson, I wish that he would have started running a little bit sooner because it felt like once he started scrambling, it opened up for him. And I just wish he would have tried it a little bit sooner. Unfortunately, he didn't.
Well, he showed his youth. It's second-year quarterback.
And we said this going into, it was going to be whichever quarterback probably handled the situation the best. Mm-hmm. And Sam Darnold did. Mm-hmm. And I have no problem admitting that.
He played his ass off.
But I will say, too, and I don't care what anyone says, this was the biggest hate watch Super Bowl I think I've seen in a long time.
Besides last year, with the Chiefs going for a 3-peat.
But me saying that though, I don't blame non-Patriot fans for thinking that and for wanting that. I don't, Because if I had to deal with the Patriots doing what they did in the 20th century, and then all of a sudden they get this 23-year-old quarterback, the same way kind of Tom Brady happened, I would never in a million years want them to win the Super Bowl.
No.
So it was a hate watch bowl from everyone.
Yeah, it was.
And everyone, gave Sam Darnold the sympathy of, well, he's such a good story and he deserves it, which I think he does. Story. And it is a cool story. It's a great story of not giving up. It's a great story of just continuing to, to push through adversity and all that.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, though, I think, people saying this is the worst Super Bowl ever and Drake May sucks now and the schedule and all this stuff, it's just...
The Patriots are going to be fine.
They're going to be fine.
The defense isn't going anywhere. I don't remember if we said this on the show, but this was more so a scenario where Seattle had to win this.
Last week.
Seattle was not coming back. Not to say they won't ever be back, but it's going to be tougher for them to come back. They have to pay their guys. They've got, $70 million in cap, but Witherspoon's up for an extension now. Smith and Jigba, you're going to want to pay before his value goes up even more. You've got some people in the secondary you have to pay.
Your offensive coordinator's gone.
Yeah, and you lost your offensive coordinator. Guaranteed, whether you won or lost that game. Patriots aren't losing anybody, and they have still a lot of cap left. A lot of their guys are young, so really they were just missing some real playmakers. And I think you could have used a lot more of both running backs. I think switching it up a little bit.
What's funny is we started the first couple drives. I noticed it. We had both of them on the field at the same time.
I think that helps.
Which is something that we should have done a lot more during the season. So I was like, sweet. Maybe this is the Super Bowl. Let's do this thing. But yeah, no, look, I think when I look at Drake May and I look at the whole season, the whole picture of it, he's 23 years old. He's been to a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson, before Josh Allen, before a lot of these guys. The experience that I hate moral victories, you know me, but at the same time, you have to look at it as okay, there's going to be a next season.
Yes.
What did this prepare you for? What experience did this give you to learn and to be better for next year? And I think he got that. And I think, it's just... I can't get over the fact of just all the hate watch stuff and some of the comments because the people that are really saying stuff, they didn't watch more than a couple of the Patriot games the whole
had it
year.
On in the background,
or they didn't have it on at all, or they just watched
on Red Zone.
Yes,
yeah.
And even the whole now he doesn't get to play the Jets. They play him twice a year, and when they played the Jets, he was literally out of the third quarter with 8 minutes left to go in the game.
Next year will be very interesting for the Patriots because you guys have
100%
gauntlet.
100%.
You play the AFC West and the NFC North, and so. Yeah, that's. I don't know what y'all's division is going to look like next year. I think Buffalo will be good, but who the hell knows what the Jets and the Dolphins will be?
What do you mean? The Dolphins? It's already been decided.
Yeah.
Did you not see the logo?
I saw the logo, and there's
the Dolphins are in the Super Bowl, baby. The script has been written. It's been handed out.
You want to know who else uses that color sometimes? The Jaguars. So that also could be the other Florida team.
Thanks,
just saying.
Appreciate you.
But to finish the Super Bowl though, I last week I said, look, if we are gonna win this, if you would have told me that we held them to 5 field goals, I would have been like, hey, okay, I'll take that.
Take my chances.
Now, where we fell short, which is where we were really, really good the whole year when we had our core guys on the field, was stopping the run game. And we could not do that with Kenneth Walker. That was the difference because I truly think when we made Sam Darnold throw the ball and how our secondary was playing, we were getting stops. So 100%, if we were able to stop the run and stop Kenneth Walker the way we have all year and really force Seattle to throw the ball and make Sam Darnold beat us, it was looking pretty good for the vast majority of the game. The only reason he had the one touchdown pass to their tight end was because they were running the ball so good. It was play action. We said it last week. He's very good in play action and getting out of the pocket. That's why that was so open.
We'll shift the conversation, dude. You just brought up both players that were in, conversations for the MVP. Jason Myers, the kicker, who actually just broke. So obviously you have to play enough games for you to even reach this goal or record, but Seattle's kicker broke the record for most points scored in an NFL season ever. And I think Emmitt Smith was up there. I think LaDainian Tomlinson, maybe Jerry Rice.
Wow.
And then him. He's number one now.
What is
just
that?
Insanity.
What does that tell you about his... Wait, over his whole career?
No. In one season.
So ever. What does that tell you really about Seattle's offense?
No, it tells you, here's what it tells you. It tells you that they took their points every time, every opportunity they got. And for all of the analytical coaches out there, including Ben Johnson, take a look at who just won the Super Bowl and how they won it. Seriously. Because in the era of people going for it on anything that's shorter than 4th and 7, Seattle just beat everybody doing the opposite and taking your field goal on 4th and 3, 4th and 2.
Imagine if Cam Little was on Seattle.
Yeah.
How many more points would he have scored?
Seriously. And the conversation, seriously has to be had because they don't win that game without Myers. Who should have been MVP? Do you agree that Walker was the MVP?
I think it would have been really embarrassing if they gave the MVP to a kicker. That's what I think.
That would have been first time ever, right?
I think they would have looked at it and said, we can't give the MVP to a kicker.
Why are they even eligible for voting then, is my question.
I agree. But I think Kenneth Walker deserved it.
I think he did too.
I think he played a huge role in that game for being able to control it on offense.
Yeah.
But I think they looked at it and they said, guys, we can't give it to a kicker. Mm-hmm. Come on.
But I do think Seattle just gave a giant middle finger to all of the Dan Campbells, the Ben Johnsons, everybody that likes to go for it on 4th. This is how you win, apparently. It's taking your points and being smart about it.
That's how it used to be. It is. I mean, it was always take your points.
Yep.
No, I would agree with you on that. But I mean, you could also look at it and go, hey, if your kicker, just score, I mean, was your offense really that good if you were having to settle for field goals all the time?
I think they were smart. And so think about it, this too, their defense. They weren't chasing touchdowns. They just needed to build their lead over the game because their defense was allowing one or two touchdowns a game.
The strategy, though, if you really think about it, Dawson, I hear what you're saying, but think of the strategy, though. If you're always taking those 3 points when you know you can get them, and you're relying on your defense, you were basically saying, we trust our defense more than we trust our offense. We'd rather take the points and give it back to the other guys and stop them again.
You just didn't need your offense to be otherworldly because you had the defense, you had the special teams. You were a complete team. You relied on all 3 facets of the game and you won the Super Bowl. Seriously, this is one of the better teams. And shame on me, shame on everybody for not seeing, not that anyone could have predicted they'd be the best team in football this year.
Well, we said they had a really, really good roster. It just was going to depend on how Sam Darnold played.
This was insane. I think they just walked through people a lot of the time throughout the year. I brought it up last week when we were talking about it. It's been a while since I saw a year where one team had, I think, 5 games where it was just over by the first or second quarter. It just done. Done. Yeah. Starters were coming out. They were really good. And it's, I said, they still have $70 million in cap next year. So we'll see what Seattle turns into because it seems like every single year there's a new best team. I love it. Except when it's, the Chiefs.
Or the Patriots.
For other people,
For other people. To just round out the conversation, I think the Patriots, we'll get into it. There's a long off season.
Yeah.
We need more playmakers. We need an O-line.
That's your biggest.
And we need to sign Christian Gonzalez.
Yep.
Those, I think, are the 3 things. And you're a very young team. Obviously, every team's trying to do that. O-line, you got to protect your quarterback. You saw kind of what happened. Yeah. I mean, last year with Patrick Mahomes, I mean, we saw what happened when you can't even protect him. They're down 34-0 against a defense the Eagles have.
I will say you guys are going to have to extend some people too, because I feel like a lot of people on your defense you had on 1-year deals, 2-year deals, like Carlton Davis, Spillane, I think as well. The other linebacker as well, Ellis, I don't think was on a long-term deal.
Who I want to sign? I want to sign the linebacker from the Falcons.
Which one? Diablo?
No, not Diablo. The white guy. I can't remember his name. I think his name is Caden Ellis too.
Yeah, it's his brother.
You
guys have it. You could have the Ellis.
I want the Ellis twins. I think he's the kid for the Falcons.
Running back McCourty twins. You've got the white version.
Yeah. But no, I think we need, when it comes to offense, though, I think we need an A.J. Brown. We need a Justin Jefferson.
Who's not in his 30s.
And look at what Sam Darnold did with the Vikings. He had Justin Jefferson. He won 14 games. Yeah. He had JSN, won 14 games, and the Super Bowl now. So there's a common denominator there, I think, when it comes to an offense. You need
DJ Moore's up for trade, by the way.
I don't know if I want DJ Moore, to be quite honest with you.
I forgive DJ. I heard a better explanation about everything that happened there. He will give you everything, and sometimes that does bite him. Or, you know, on the 12th play of the drive, he's a little tired because he gives his all.
Well, and I think Mike Vrabel too could get the most out of him because he got the most out of a team that was 20 miles ahead of schedule.
Patriots aren't going anywhere, but they've got a long
it will get harder
because they've got a really tough schedule and they've got some important decisions to make. Very much so.
I think it'll be fine. Was it a little bit disappointing though? Of course, like anything. But for all the people and fans who are talking shit, enjoy never seeing your team in an AFC, NFC, or Super Bowl, maybe ever. Or they might get lucky and go to one, and that will be the only time you ever get to watch it.
Yes.
So that's what I have to say.
Cherish these moments.
So
cherish them.
Anyway, we will get on to
fourth down and 20.
Week.
4th and 21. Not the way you want to try
Winter
to extend
Olympics
it.
going on. A lot of stuff going on outside of football.
MLB's almost here. NFL is gone.
Yeah, but I want to talk about NFL a little bit more though first. So the Raiders, now they've got Clint Kubiak.
They do.
So what do you think that's like that he wins the Super Bowl and literally can only celebrate for not even 24 hours? How do you think that feels for a coach? And you just guys talked about the offense. Like, what is he really going to be able to do down there at the Raiders? Are the Raiders going to be a team to watch next year?
I'm excited for the Raiders if they can fix the O-line because they already have everything they need there. They're going to have the quarterback. They've got the running back. They've got good receivers, young receivers now, though, because they did trade Jacoby Myers. But obviously Brock Bowers is there. They have an entire draft to build this team up. They've got an offseason. I don't know if they'll trade Max Crosby, but I'm expecting the Raiders to improve, and I think the offense is going to be fun. I think they've got everything they need. It's just build on it.
I think the offense will be fun too because you look at it. I mean, it's not like Sam Darnold was this just amazing, gifted athlete to where it's like he was just making plays all the time. And I think if they draft Fernando, it's kind of the same thing. Like, he's very smart. He's going to protect the ball. He's going to, make the right read. Hopefully, I know the college game is different from the NFL, but I think that, you got Brock Bowers, you got hopefully a good run game with Genty because you drafted him really high last year. And who knows? There's a couple of the Indiana receivers going to the draft. You can maybe get one of them in the 4th, 5th round.
Notre Dame has a really good one.
Yeah, there's tons of guys, but I think they'll be fine. I don't think Max Crosby is going to be back though. I think he's going to be on a different team.
Welcome to Chicago
or the Patriots. I know he's kind of been tied a little bit to the Patriots, and that'd be really nice. We got a lot of money to spend, so
it's going to be
who knows?
Whoever trades for him, my God.
Yeah, I know another guy on the trade block that I'm hearing is. Who was it?
For the Raiders?
No. Just in general. I can't remember. Anyway, I think they'll be fine. I think, like I said, it's not like you're going from having like Mahomes or Lamar Jackson of just this out of the world athlete to now Fernando. Like, I think Sam Darnold and Fernando could be a pretty decent comparison when it comes to how they play and quarterback, skill set that they have.
I saw like a younger Joe Flacco because of their build size. Like, I think he's more athletic a little bit though. But on the celebrating part, I think I'm pretty sure he flew out to Vegas to accept the job, and then he's flying back for the parade. And then it's just, it's go mode for the draft because they have the number 1 pick. But it's got to be a very busy month for him, I'm sure.
Well, and you also need to think too, I think it's, like, we kind of saw A.J. Brown do it last year to where, like, you win and it's like, we won. And then it's like over and you're like, okay, well, like, now what do I do? Like, so maybe that could be it could be a very quick turnaround. Yeah. And to a normal person like us, it'd be like, you just won the Super Bowl. Like, holy shit.
Go to Cancun.
But to maybe someone who's been doing
Did you see now that you bring that up, did you see the video of Mike mic'd up, like once they made the final tackle. Oh my God.
He's a great guy. It's hard. It's hard not to root for him.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, maybe because these guys are in it for so long, they've been doing it for so long. It's just such a the wheels keep on turning type of business. Yeah, we won, but what's my next steps? What's the next season? Year. What's the next? So you just never know how all those guys kind of react and enjoy that moment. And for some guys, it might just be, we hung out. Like I saw someone ask Kenneth Walker what they did, and he was like, I just hung out with the family.
Yeah. They rode the teacups at Disney World.
And then they went to Disney World, rode the teacups, and now they're probably, So I mean, I don't know. It may just seem like a little to us because we're normal people. We're not doing it every day. Like that'd be, my whole life would be over, like all that. So,
so a couple of things about the Hall of Fame. So Westwood One Radio, hours and hours before the game, I was out running an errand. I heard an interview going on with Rod Woodson talking about Hall of Fame, talking about his career. And he literally said, they said, well, what ring is more important to you? Like what ring means more, the Hall of Fame ring or the Super Bowl ring? He said Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I was a little bit surprised by that. And it almost felt like he was walking it back a little bit, trying to explain that it takes guys to help me get that. But,
I know exactly what interview you're talking about because I was listening it too while I was on the way to the airport.
Okay. Did you think the same thing that I thought? Because I was like, whoa.
So the way I took it is...
He didn't vote for Belichick either.
No. The way I took it was he was kind of backtracking and walked it back a little bit.
After he said it.
When he first, because I think when he said it, he went, oh shit, that sounded really selfish. I only cared about myself. I only cared about, and it was even funnier because so before he said that, he said stuff along the lines of like, oh yeah, I didn't really care if I got into the Hall of Fame. Like, I just wanted to play ball. Like, it was just one of those things. Like, if it happened, it happened.
Some of these athletes are almost too media.
But he said that,
like, show emotion.
He said that, and then he asked the question of, well, what was like more like enjoyable for you, like a Super Bowl Hall of Fame ring?
And ring means more.
And he goes, oh, the Hall of Fame ring. And it's
for sure.
You literally, what? You just said that you really didn't care and you were just out there to play ball. And if you made it, you made it. If you didn't, like, oh, well.
Just remember Rod Woodson played on defense and he hit.
On a very good defense too.
His head might not be.
Well, it did make me almost, like literally drive off the road when he said it. I was surprised.
It did make me where I was like, you're like really contradicting yourself right now.
Okay.
Where you just said you really didn't care. You were just happy to play football. And if it happened, it happened. And then what was more important, the Super Bowls or that? And the Hall of Fame.
So here's what was funny as I caught the article or I caught the interview in the middle. I didn't catch his name and they never said his name throughout. So I literally was Googling number 26 because they said number 26 because he said everyone was wearing 26 on his jersey. So I literally Googled 26 defense Hall of Fame class and his name came up and it said, and obviously Steelers. I was like, oh,
and he also played for the Ravens.
Yeah, that's why he said what he said. But anyway, I wanted to send it to Flynn and find out what Flynn thought about it. Okay, so
speaking of Flynn,
I'm sure Flynn had plenty to say to you.
Flynn, no, he actually didn't. And he probably knew better. That's why, because normally Flynn doesn't say stuff to me when he knows better. But Flynn is the biggest hate watcher too, to where as soon as the game was over,
I can confirm Flynn was very happy.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was. And I know that he knows the truth because he did not send anything to me. So he knows better.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's all fun and games, right? So, okay. Dawson, I do have to ask though, because you mentioned this at the very end. So when Dylan's team got knocked out this year, he, all things considered, was feeling pretty good about the season.
Oh, we died on our sword.
Like literally, he was like, I couldn't have asked for a better season. I mean, he wasn't as upset as I thought he would be. So now I ask you, and I tried to console you right after the game, and you were like, Dad, don't even say a friggin' word. But what I was thinking was
I need to go up and visit Tom for a second.
Yeah, like you guys, you outcooked your, you outkicked your coverage this year. You weren't expected to go this far right now. You're probably going to be back in plenty of Super Bowls. So how are you feeling now that you've had a couple of days to, like, are you really feeling like, okay, that was great, now let's go out and win this thing?
Well, look, I mean, I hate moral victories. At the same time, though, we are 20 miles ahead of what this team should have been.
Oh, yeah.
And that tells me the high quality and high level coaching that we do have with Mike Vrabel and everyone in that building.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, you combine that with some really talented players. I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean,
you guys were surviving off of not rentals, but like,
I mean,
it was just plug and play guys.
It really was.
Chason had like a career year for you guys.
It really, even our linebackers with Spillane and some of our guys. I mean, it was guys.
Landry. It was guys that you had forgotten about,
and all of a sudden came together. I mean, even on the offense, Stephon Diggs and some Austin Hooper and Hunter Henry, like. A bunch of guys that did not deserve. And this is why everyone kind of had the reaction they had to us being in the Super Bowl. They started looking at our roster and going,
what the hell?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know any of these guys.
What is this?
That's funny.
Like they had 2 Pro Bowlers? Like, in the,
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were 20 miles ahead of schedule. Does it suck? Yes, because you get there and you just never know if you'll ever get back.
Well, ask all the other quarterbacks that made the Super Bowl in their second year. It's because if he falls into that, it's not a very big bucket. But him and Joe Burrow are now in contention, trying to see who can get back. Because Marino never made it back. Kaepernick made it his second year, never made it back. I think there's 1 or 2 other guys on that list as well. But it is, I mean, nothing's ever guaranteed.
No,
especially
it's
not in the NFL.
And, I truly think with we saw the high level of coaching we had this year. Mm-hmm. You get some talent in there. You get, some playmakers, and all of a sudden you get some guys in there that could get, hey, this guy could win Offensive Player of the Year this year as a receiver or as a, running back. You get some of those guys. And I think truly the sky's the limit, and it's the worst. I mean, it's NFL fans who aren't a Patriot fans' worst nightmare coming back. And that's why everyone reacts the way they react, because they are trying so hard to convince themselves that it's not going to be
not
what
like
it
this.
was.
Not like this,
exactly.
Please.
And I think it's hilarious too, because it's all the fans who are fans of shitty fucking teams.
Or
and
your
they
rivals.
have nothing better to do than hate watch all the good teams. And maybe it's why, I kind of hate watch a little bit with the Chiefs because they're kind of annoying. But
you hate watch the Bills.
But
too.
I also, I just hate the Bills though because of they're in the division. I think Josh Allen is a big bitch when it comes to some of the stuff he complains about and like the what if and like the press conference of, well, we would have been playing and practicing for a game this week. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're the biggest what if, if we would have won this, if we would have won that, if I wouldn't have done this, like, just shut up. He doesn't take any responsibility for his fuck ups, in my opinion. But no, maybe that's why I've kind of wasn't the biggest hate watcher of the Chiefs, because I kind of get it. Like, I get where it comes from.
Yep.
So I get this is pretty special what we're seeing right now. Like, enjoy it, but at the same time, like, don't get more Super Bowls than Tom, because I don't want Patrick Mahomes to be better than Brady. Like, yeah, that's my bias in me. But yeah, it's all the shitty teams of shitty NFL teams that are always the ones hate watching the most, and all the stuff you see on Twitter of
it's Jets fans and
Jaguar fans.
Jags.
I mean, it's all the teams that just suck year in and year out.
Raiders fans.
That's the funny part to me. But no, to really answer your question, I think we'll be fine. I think we got the right coach. Like Dylan kind of said, our coordinators aren't leaving. We've got a couple guys we do need to sign. I think we need some playmakers. We've got the quarterback. We've got the running backs. I wouldn't even be opposed to maybe like a Kyle Pitts. At least he's athletic and he's a playmaker.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts.
I just, we need playmakers, and we need to protect our quarterback. And we've seen that now 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row. We had the Joe Burrow incident of when they couldn't protect him, and look what happened in that Super Bowl. That kind of was the deciding factor. Patrick Mahomes, when they played Tampa and when they played the Eagles, they couldn't protect him. Look what happened in those 2 Super Bowls. And now this year, Drake May got sacked, should have been like 8 times.
Yeah.
And look what happened. So you got to protect your quarterback. You got to have playmakers, and you got to have a good defense. And we had a good defense. Will continue to, I think, have a good defense with our coaches. Get some playmakers. We got the quarterback, and you never know what can happen.
Yeah. Well, right after the game, Dawson said, "Fire the entire offensive line, and anybody that has anything to do with the offensive line, march them out of the building."
You know what I don't agree with, though. Speaking of the offensive line, is the fact that Mike Vrabel already came out and said that Will Campbell is going to play tackle. That's where we drafted him. That he's going to do it. I
saw a bunch of Tennessee fans saying, "Welcome to the Vrabel experience."
I don't. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand though I don't see it as a demotion if he has to go play guard. Like, I seriously don't. Like, if you look at him and you go, "Hey, like, you know, we might, like, let's see if it works out. Let's see if we can make this work."
Yeah.
I don't see the problem in that. Because it's
Wait, you mean they said he's going to play the same position next year?
They've already said that he's playing tackle.
Oh my God.
Because he said something like, "Well, we've heard what we've said, and, you know, regardless of what people say, this is where we drafted him. This is what he's going to do. It's his first year. He was a rookie. He's going to." I don't see the problem in going, "Hey, the betterment for the team, you're a great blocker. You're a great O-lineman. We just think you would be better with the skill set you have at the level of the NFL playing guard." I don't see a problem in that.
Well,
and for some reason, they kind of did with the way he preceded that press conference talking about it. I don't see a problem in that. Because, I mean, we see it all the time. Like Tooney for the Bears, for the Chiefs, for the Patriots. He started out as a tackle. And now he's literally been an all-pro guard for like 3 years.
10 years in a row.
So to me, that I just don't see why that is like a demotion. It's not. It's doing what's best for the team, what's best for protecting your star quarterback, and we saw what happens when you couldn't.
Well, I have a feeling if the season starts out that way, that move will be made. So maybe they just don't want to say it now. So, okay, I want to go back. A couple more. I want to get through these. So real quick on this one. So another very long pregame, Randy Moss makes a statement, goes off about the Hall of Fame voters, basically saying, if you haven't coached, if you haven't played, if you haven't been in that locker room, no vote. How do we feel about that?
I agree.
I mean, it's hard not to when you look at, I mean, why is Joe Blow, who's written for Sports Illustrated, ESPN for 40 years, allowed to have a vote?
If he's never been on a football
field, been around a coach, like,
not saying he doesn't know the game. But again, there's a different perspective from.
Well, there's a different. Like, it's like even me and Dylan. Like, I played sports way longer than Dylan, at a higher level than Dylan. But Dylan's knowledge of the game, I would say he has way more knowledge of the game than I do. I have way more experience within the game than he does. So it's two different.
Maybe you need a buddy system.
Yeah, it's
where you guys have one vote. He's the experience. I'm the knowledge, and we get one vote together.
But that's the difference of what of what some of these people are talking about. What Randy Moss is talking about is you just have two different types of experience within the game, and to his opinion, I would kind of agree to where if you've never been in that locker room and been through the grind and been through everything that they go through, what gives you the right to like judge a player if they deserve an MVP or they deserve an all-pro or all the stuff that they vote for?
I agree.
Okay.
So it's just two different levels of knowledge. And not saying that one is better than the other or you can't have. It's just different. It's just different.
Yeah. Two things can be right. Okay, so last thing. So huge news out of FCS football, Division I. NDSU, who's won 10 championships in the last 12 years, they are leaving FCS. They're going to FBS. They're going to the Mountain West Conference.
I did see that.
So I wanted to say that. So I want you to comment on that. But first, though, also the Montana Grizzly coach, Bobby Hauck,
I saw that.
Who's the winningest most coach for Montana ever, just left. He is now the defensive coordinator at Illinois. People are really pissed off about this. But Bobby made some pretty big remarks about NIL money, saying that we don't have enough money. We can't, because he's dealt with this. He's now seen NDSU. He's seen Montana State. So this isn't going to change in the sport. I don't know how they recover from this right away, but I want you guys to talk about that here's a big shakeup in FCS, which I thought we were going to be in great shape. Now we've lost our coach too. What a mess, NIL. Is it ever going to get better?
No. Well, it might eventually, but did we just witness the death of Montana football, Chris?
I don't think so. I mean, he handpicked the coach that's in there. I mean, we've done well even without him, but it's the money. The money's the issue.
Yeah.
They're saying they don't have enough money because they lose. Their guys come in, they get all this publicity, and then they leave after one season and they go play FBS.
You just need like a Nike CEO or a Mark Cuban to go to Montana and just be a big booster for them. You just need a booster. You
know Illinois because of being Chicago, right? So do they have money?
It's Lovie Smith.
It's Big Ten
the government of Illinois is Saudi money, so I don't know where that money from Illinois football is coming from. But
and it's Big Ten. I mean, you're going from FCS to Big Ten football.
No, it's Mountain. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be like his first game. Bobby Hauck goes from playing little teams in Montana. He's got to go prepare for Ohio State.
Yeah, that's actually insane that they're making that big of a jump. That's even bigger than in Oregon from Pac-12 to. I mean, that's way bigger.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, two things can be true, and we saw it with Indiana this year. Is NIL has made it to where a team like Indiana can come out of the blue and win a championship in 2-3 years, and then you also have the opposite of all it takes is your coach to leave, and no one wants to go to your school. No one wants to help fund get players, and it just completely goes to shit.
Yeah.
So it's made it to where the turnaround can be just as fast to winning a championship, and the turnaround can be just as fast of competing for a championship every year to literally sucking every year. I hope that doesn't happen.
What was the team that lost almost every player? Was that Illinois?
Marshall?
Marshall did, but like Florida State.
It's happened a few times.
North Carolina had, I think, 50 plus transfers on their team last year.
Yeah.
So it's sped up the process of if you get the right coach in there and you have the right people who are willing to help you get players in, it can turn around as quick as Indiana did.
Yeah.
And it can also turn around really, really fast in a negative way as well, because all of a sudden, if you don't have a coach, you don't got money, no one's going to come to your school because that's what everyone's chasing right now, especially in college football.
Yep.
Everyone's going to leave. They're going to go to wherever the money goes.
Yep.
So it's unfortunate. I hope they don't. I mean, I've really enjoyed the past couple of years watching Montana. It's been fun because it's just a different vibe. It's a different, game of watching, the playoff games and everything like that. So I hope it does, but it sounds like to me Montana State might
be running the they might be running the Big Sky for a few years.
For the next,
we're gonna have to figure something out
until that head coach at Montana State gets another huge.
Which he will. He came from NDSU. He will. Then he went there. He's now won a title.
He will.
It's only a matter of a couple of years before he takes on some big FBS.
But for the next couple of years, he's gonna run. He's gonna run that.
How does Montana State have more money than Montana?
I don't know if they do.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think it's a mentality though. Yeah. Like they believe in size, like NDSU did. The thing about Bobby Hauck, it'll be interesting to see him play in the Big Ten because he believes in athletes over size. That's not going to work there. You got to have some big boys on that line.
North Dakota State has, I've seen some pretty good O-line prospects come from them.
You know how many guys in the NFL came from NDSU? A lot of guys.
Yeah. And then you have Trey Lance.
It's going to be interesting. It does suck though, just for Montana. Like, I hope they could still be. I actually just saw that there
were two guys on the Seattle Seahawks that just won the ring.
Well, really? Montana Someone on Montana, I think, just got granted his 9th year of eligibility to play again this year for Montana. I saw
that's pretty nuts.
I thought that was funny.
9 years.
I had a conversation with, I can't remember who it was. I think it was one of my coaches. We were talking about it's not, and he said it perfectly. He said, NIL, they need to treat it like contracts. They need to treat it, and we've been saying that for years. And then he mentioned about how it used to be this whole NIL thing. It wasn't who can give me the most money. It was, hey, I can make some money from the pro shop,
signing autographs
with my name on the back of jerseys. And he was like, and the goal anymore is not to get to the NFL. The goal used to be, hey, I'm going to play the least amount of college football I possibly can to get to the NFL. And now you see guys like Chambliss, the quarterback for Ole Miss. He got denied his 6th, 7th year of college football somewhere in there.
6th. Yeah.
And even that, playing 9 years of college. There was an offensive lineman that I saw. Who's the coach that coached in the Netflix show? That he's the big guy. Everyone hates him. Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He tweeted out and said something like, "Give it up. Like, go work at Walgreens or something." 11 years of college football. Are we serious right now?
That's pretty crazy.
But that's it's not the goal anymore. And I remember that used to be the goal. It used to be, hey, I'm going to play till I'm 21. I'm going to enter the draft and I'm going to go pro.
Not anymore.
And now we see quarterbacks like Michael Penix, who's 27, 3 ACL injuries, and now the Falcons are fucked with him, I think, when it comes to just his age. By the time they're going to re-sign him, he's going to almost be 30 before he gets off of his rookie deal.
He might be 30 already, yeah.
So, and same
with Tyler Shuck.
Drake May's 23 years old, and he's going into year 3 now of the NFL.
Same thing for Caleb.
Same thing for Caleb. Same thing for even Shuck. He's older. He's like 20. I think he's going to be 26 by the time the season starts next year. So it's just, I think it's ruining. It's ruining the goal of, and it's also ruining the development of a lot of these players because it's not, hey, go into a system like Nick Saban in Alabama. Yeah. And I'm going to let Nick Saban and Alabama mold me into an NFL player to have a really long career, because I'm here for 3-4 years. And if I'm good enough, I will go to the draft. And I will. And now it's, this is why I think the next big coach that's going to leave is going to be Dabo, because he's going to fall into the same thing of Nick Saban and some of these other coaches. It's like, I just don't want to do this anymore.
No,
like it would
suck to have to change your team over every year.
Well, this isn't why I started coaching football to begin with. It had nothing to do with money. It had nothing to do with any of this crap going on right now. It had everything to do with, hey, you come to my program, I'm going to turn you into a man. I'm going to turn you into a great football player in 3 to 4 years. And if you're good enough, I'm going to send you to the NFL draft because of the reputation I have at this school.
Yep.
And it's not that anymore.
No,
it's not. And it sucks. It's sad. And for the people, I've said it for months, weeks, years at this point, for the people who still think they are kids and they are normal athletes, they are not. Yep. And this is just, we get proven right every single time another article comes out about he wants a 7th year of eligibility, or he wanted to transfer because he got offered the blank amount of money from this school, but his contract said he couldn't, so he's going to court to fight it. It's a fucking mess. It really is.
It's not going to get any better,
and it's not. It's going to continue to get worse.
That's right. Guys, that's all I got for you.
All right. Well done. Make sure, before we move on, to leave a like on the video, drop some comments, follow our social media pages, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of the support. Just a few more things left in the episode. One that this is kind of, just an insane story that, touching on the Winter Olympics, who I'm sure we're all aware of, Lindsey Vonn. I think 41 years old, one of the greatest Olympians of all time in American history. I think downhill ski is her, I don't know if it's her only event, but her main event. Ruptured her ACL literally 1 week before competing. And I guess you could say kind of some controversy around it, that she said, I'm competing, don't care. I'll just wear a brace. This isn't going to stop me from doing this one last time. Because like I said, she's 41. Probably the last time that she'll ever get to do this. But she did take a spot from someone else who may not get the chance also in 4 years. And for what it's worth, you've already won a shit ton of gold medals, Lindsey. But yeah, on the slope, literally, I think seconds into her first run, breaks her leg. Complex
bad
fracture to her tibia that's going to require multiple surgeries. So one question, would you make a similar decision to her? I don't know.
There ain't no way I'm not. If I'm training for this, knowing, hey, this is my last games. I'm 41, and then something like this happens a week before, I would try everything in my power to because of, and I think she gets she gets a little bit of a pass. It's like LeBron James not playing the whole year, but he's going to be the all-star captain and, being out there. You know what I mean? So I think she gets a little bit of the superstar treatment because of who she is.
True.
I know kind of how you mentioned, she takes up a spot of someone who probably could have done better because she's not hurt. I hear you on that. I really do. But at the same time, when you're as highly decorated of an athlete as she is in the games and just in the sport as a whole, she kind of gets a little bit of a pass, in my opinion, to go, hey, if I want to do this, now this injury, you never know if her knee caused her to be off balance or to be the reason.
We'll never know because she's not going to compete anymore.
Well, yeah, and allegedly, they came out and said it wasn't, but you never know.
You never know, especially with something as important as your ACL of how much,
She ruptured it.
Yeah.
She didn't just she did not have an ACL connected to her knee anymore. So it was, a brace, can simulate what an ACL can do, but it's not the same.
Well, and it's not like it was her first run too. Like it was like she was able to.
She did practice runs.
She was able to finish a lot of the qualifying stuff, and so she was looking good. And then
this was her first real run.
Something happened, and it just
the flag caught her. I know that, but it's just like, how freak of an accident does that have to happen? Just what are the odds? Someone who's done that a million times just gets clipped by a flag. It just, I don't know.
So speaking of that, Dylan, I got to tell you, I've been a little bit disappointed at the Olympics so far. The U.S., we're doing terrible.
I saw. We're in fourth.
Well, hold on, though. I will say that it's not like we normally dominate in the summer games.
Just wait till
However,
the winter games are normally some of these other countries, like the Norways and like the.
I guess who's in first right now?
Even when you look, though, like I was watching speed skating last night, and it was because they do a lot of the relays now early, they do the shorter races. This one gal for America, she fell down in her first run by herself, took out like 3 people. She then got out in another race, I don't know what it was, fell down again, took out like 3 people. And then they put her in the relay. They get to the very last, like 2 laps to go. She falls down again. And when we were in second place, so like she completely flopped. And I don't know what they thought. They were like, oh, she's best in the world. I don't care. She ruined it for a lot of people out there. And it's unfortunate, but I hope we don't finish like 10th in medals.
I don't think we will. I think we're behind. I saw I think we're like behind Norway, Canada, and something. You know what I'm really excited for is the hockey.
Yeah.
The hockey's going to be electric.
Oh, curling, man. What are we talking about? Hockey.
Because last week when they had that classic, what was it called?
The hockey classic.
The hockey classic where Canada played, and we were in that bar in Chicago the night before I got sick as crap.
That was during the new thing, the match thing.
And it was the final of
amazing.
Canada, and that was
the Frozen Four.
It was electric.
That's hockey.
Hockey in the middle of Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
But that goes across the country to all hockey fans. So yeah, I'm looking forward to because it's going to come down to us versus Canada. That's just what.
Dylan, there's a curling club here in Atlanta. Like I want to start curling so I can go to the Olympics.
I did see and watch a little bit of that.
Curling. I'm sure you probably don't have to be the greatest of athlete to be a curler. Not to say that curlers are bad athletes.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that you could probably curl at your age, Chris. I'm saying you could probably get out there and do it just as well as some of those other people.
I just don't know if I'd want to be a thrower or a sweeper. So I think I'd rather.
Are you kidding me? Sweeper's the entire job.
Yeah, I'd rather throw.
What, do you just want to slide?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Be on camera for 2 seconds? Yeah. No, I want to.
What do you mean? Yeah, I would love it.
You might have to be a little limber to like get in the position they get in.
Yeah, you might throw out your back, actually.
Yeah. Might need to work on it. No, yeah, the Olympics are always fun to watch. I'm really excited for the hockey, though. Hockey's going to be...
Oh, I can't wait.
Hockey's going to be fun.
Yes.
Last topic. I know because catchers and pitchers reported on
this week.
Monday? They reported on Monday or Tuesday?
Yesterday.
Yeah, this is the start of... I know the rest of the players report on Friday, and it's, 2 months, a month and a half, 2 months until a game's officially officially start playing. For the Braves, though, because I know I'm a Braves fan, Schwellenbach being literally the first day we get told that he's going on the 60-day IL, and then this morning as I'm driving into the office, he needs surgery on his elbow for bone spurs or something along. It's
How
not
did
like
they
a
not know this leading up to the whole winter? Like, what happened?
He probably got in and started throwing,
physical.
and he was like, "Oh man!" Like, and
don't these guys throw all winter?
No. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
And especially, he was out all of last year too. So I mean, he was going through that rehab process, came back, and it sucks. But it begs the question though: is we're going for my team, if we're going to keep up, we've got to go sign another starting pitcher. We just have to. Whether that's Zach Gallen. I can't remember exactly his name, but I mentioned him to Dylan. He was the guy who pitched for the Mets, who tore his Achilles really early in the season last year, who was pitching really good. We can maybe get him for...
Talking about Senga?
It may be him. I can't remember.
The Japanese or Korean?
I cannot remember, but I know he tore his Achilles and he was pitching really, really well, so we can maybe get him on not too expensive of a contract just because of the injury concern. I don't think we're gonna get what's his name from the Tigers or from Detroit, Skubal. There's no way we're gonna fork out that type of money, even though it'd be great, it'd be awesome. I just don't see it happening. He's probably gonna be.
What about the pitcher on the Pirates? We want him.
Skeens. Yeah, he's a future Dodger too. So I wouldn't.
Yes, he is.
But like Dylan, kind of, we've been talking about for the last couple months. This might be the last season we get until lockout. So this will be. It's shaping up.
The last. Dylan, so how much money would you put on that? How much money would you, if you had to place a wager right now on whether or not next year there's no season, that there's a complete walkout? What would you? How much money would you put on that bet?
Whatever would give me $1 million in return, because that's going to happen. I mean, it's practically a guarantee.
You're going on record. It's going to happen.
So what do you think is going to be the driving force of the lockout? Is it going to be the players or is it going to be the owners?
It's going to be the players not wanting to have a salary cap.
But do you think the owners want a salary cap?
I think Manfred wants a salary cap. Players don't want a salary cap, and owners don't care. Owners probably don't give a shit because they're
players are willing to walk away from the money they're making right now.
So if the owners don't care, then if there's more owners than Manfred, and the players don't want it, then it seems like it's kind of a done deal that, hey, we're all kind of under
Manfred
agreement.
Works for the owners though. Just like Goodell works for the owners.
So that's what I mean, though. If Manfred wants it, then that means the owners want it. The players don't. It's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be a giant mess, and all of this falls down to me only getting to enjoy one season of Mr. Munetaka, I Have Power, Murakami, and I can't. I'll enjoy this season because seriously, I mean, the White Sox made some great moves. They finished the season very strong. They've got a great farm system, a lot of young talent, but it's not going to matter, first off, because, I mean, the Dodgers are winning the World Series again this year. They're going to be...
Is that going to be part of what drives this?
Close off a three-peat? Yeah, probably. I mean, the Dodgers are just going to keep buying championships until something changes.
Now, do you think for the most part that some of these players really care about winning a championship, or is it really just try to make as much money as I possibly can?
Probably as much money as possible.
And it's just like, I'm going to make as much money as I possibly can, and if we get there, awesome. If we don't, I'm still completely loaded.
I can't believe you would ask that question, Dawson, because you would care.
I think you would care to a certain point. If you saw it going in this direction, if I was a Major League Baseball player right now, and I was one of the top 100 players in Major League Baseball, and I was looking at it going, well, if I really, really cared, I'd go, hey, Dodgers, whatever, I'm playing for you.
Yeah.
I'm playing for you. If your guys are handing out money the way you're handing out, I'll take $50 million less than probably what another team would pay me, but I want to win a championship. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Let's do the thing. But if I wasn't that, and if I was just a pretty solid, if I was Matt Olson, a solid first baseman, been really good throughout the season or throughout the years, has this long streak of most games played and all this stuff. The way that baseball is going, I would go, okay, I want to make as much money as I possibly can before something like a salary cap happens. Like kind of the whole live golf thing. All those guys, they said, $500 million. Where do I sign?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with baseball to, I think, a lot of these guys are going, if a team's going to throw me this type of money, I better get this done before a salary cap. If this is the rumor, and this is just the circulating thoughts and behind the scene conversations of what these guys are talking about or what they want, and I was one of those players like what's his name, plays for Cleveland, Ramirez. He just took a pay cut to stay with them. If I look at him and go, dude, you're stupid. Go try to make as much money as you possibly can right now because of the direction baseball's in. Yep. And that's what I would do. And it sucks because you have the guys who I think truly do care, but they're also going, it doesn't matter if I care or not. If I'm not playing for the Dodgers or the Yankees or one of these top teams, I'm never even going to sniff seeing a World Series or a championship. So I'm going to make as much money as I possibly can the same way the golfers did with Live.
Wow.
Yep. Okay. And then they're going to get reeled back because of everything happening with Live now and letting them kind of come back to the PGA. So it's going to be the same thing after something does happen. It's, well, I got all my money. Mm-hmm. I signed the huge contract.
Time to compete.
They can't take that away from me. I'm going to get paid that. Now I can go, now we're kind of on an even playing field. Let's try to pick a team and go win a championship now because I've got a couple more years left to play. I already made my money, so we're good. Yep. Now I get to go just play.
Chilling.
That's the shitty part. And that's what makes the NFL awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Because the NFL is not dictated towards money. Now, it is sometimes when, you have these teams that throw a bag at a player and he looks at it and goes, I can't turn this up, even if it's for a shitty team. Look at Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
I mean, Myles Garrett literally posted multiple statements saying, I want nothing to do with the Browns. Well, then they paid him a record amount and he couldn't say no to it.
And he breaks the sack
record. And he breaks the sack record. And now he's saying again, I want out. Like, it just doesn't work like that in the NFL and with these other sports, with golf, with MLB, even the NBA, I don't think it works like that because they do a pretty good job of regulating that. It's make as much money as you freaking can right now because that's how the rules are. In college football, make as much money as you can right now because that's how the rules are written.
Yep.
I don't care about winning a championship because I know I could just transfer to another team. Doesn't matter.
I can get an 8th year of eligibility to go to Miami or Indiana or an SEC.
Make another $5 million.
I'm going to make a shit ton of money for first 4 years of just bouncing around to whichever team's going to pay me the most. And then I'm going to request more eligibility because I can, and they're just handing it out like candy on Halloween. And I'm going to go to whichever really good team is that year, hopefully win a championship, and then I'm going to go to the NFL. Yep. It's ruined. It's ruined a lot of sports.
Yep.
I went on a little rant right there.
It's a mess.
But it's a mess for some of it. But
it's all a mess.
That's why NFL is not a mess because you don't have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, looking forward to the NFL, or not the NFL, the MLB season. But yeah, it is kind of bittersweet because I feel like most people know where this is headed. It's headed towards a Dodgers championship. It's headed towards a long lockout where next year for the MLB might not happen. So we'll see where that ends up.
What's the quote for this year? You were just showing me.
Oh my God! What is the quote? We have power. We have power.
We have power.
We have power.
You'll know that in
Murakami
a couple
has
months.
Power. Oh, I can't wait.
I have power.
I have power.
That's how we'll end today's show.
I have power.
But no, yes, like we said, episode 77. This is the last time we will be here.
Yes.
In the studio.
Goodbye, studio.
It's been a very good home.
The new studio is going to be great.
Oh, I know, but we've changed
Nothing
a lot.
beats
Like
the
we've had
original.
the table, we've had the couch, we've had the tall stools, we've done a lot. So this is the last episode of this setup, though. So it will be sad to see.
We're gonna need to cut out Peyton's autograph.
I was thinking that too.
Frame it.
I was thinking that too. But yes, no, thank you, and we will see you guys in roughly a few weeks, two, 3 few weeks, and in the new setup. So thank you, and see you in the new setup.
Sure, it's been real, guys.